Hey guys, in this video, we're going to cover about how you can add a user into your WordPress website using a query selector. Actually, this is not just purely like basic adding user into your WordPress website. I'm going to try to cover more the behind the scene of how this insert query works in SQL, so you can manipulate your database tables. Okay, so let's gonna use the user as our example in here. I think that's the best example that I can use. Okay, so let's say if you're gonna be, so like rule of thumb, when you are adding a user into your WordPress website, like if you go into the dashboard, let's say, just jump in here. So if I go into the dashboard, I don't know the password, maybe admin or admin. So if I go into the dashboard and I add a user into my WordPress website, there are two tables that needs to be updated. So let's say if I get this one, add user, okay, there, add user, you are adding or inserting information or data into the WP user tables, and then you are also need to register your WP user meta. So there's two tables that needs to be updated or added in order for you to create a complete user into the database or into your WordPress website. Okay, now let's say you don't have access to the WordPress dashboard. You can jump in, but you have access to the cPanel. You can go into the database and just simply look for, let's not use a command for now. I'll just explain it to you how this table works. So you just need to look for the user, oops, here. So you just need to look the WP user meta and WP underscore users. So this one is connected to this, and then this one, because this is more on the permission, like when you already added a user, what are the permissions that they can access? So you also need to update the user meta. Now again, there's two ways for you to do that in the database. You can just simply click this add new, and then once you, so if you click the select, there's only a one user in here. And then if you want to add a user, you can click add new user, update this one. But the problem with this really is after you update the WP underscore users, you also need to update this another table, which is very prone for human error. Now what we're going to do now is I want you to understand the insert query in SQL. So if you Google like insert syntax SQL, this is basically the most of the SQL syntax that you need to follow if you are using an SQL database. So first is you need to put the word insert and then into, and then what's the name of the table. What is the tables? These are the tables. So let me just scroll down. So these are the tables. Okay, you actually don't need to put this one, but if you want to, you don't need to put this, but so these columns, let me just, so for example, we already have the WP underscore user. These are like the columns that you need to replace. Okay, and then you can always switch that as well. So for example, if you want to put the user login in the column 5, that's also fine, but it should be correspond to the right values in the values in here. So I already have, so let me just copy this, and I'm going to try to explain to you the meaning of it. So let me just open this, and then we are going to use the SQL command, and I'm going to, so we are targeting the local database, and I'm going to copy this SQL command. And what it's saying in here is I want to insert data into the WP underscore users. So this one. And this WP underscore users table has a corresponding column, which is this user login, password, whatever is that, which is equivalent. And then with this, so there's an opening and close parenthesis. That's really how that works, or it's just simplified. After this column, it needs to followed by a value. So user login is my name, and then MD5. The reason why there is an MD5 there, because when you add a user details in the password, it has, if you're gonna keep it empty, it's gonna convert it as a text. So it won't gonna let it won't gonna really read as a password. So you need to pick MB5. So that's why we put MB5 there. And then the nice name, you can leave it empty if you don't want to put that. And then with regards to registered and activation now, here, we want it to be activated as soon as possible. So we want to make it here like now. And then display name, which is angelic. And then this one is another, this is another insert query. So instead of we, put the, after putting this one, and then we also go into the insert meta, instead of like doing 2 layers of action, you can just simply put this query selector. And basically what it's saying here is insert this value to this VP user tables. And then I want also to add another user value in here. So we are targeting the VP_user meta. And by the way, when you are doing this, make sure that you also set the right meta tables or the table. Okay, so we are using VP_table for this. And then the user ID with that, these are the user ID, and then user meta, then user value. So what's basically saying in here is I want, so we are setting this new user in here. Okay, so we are connecting it. So new user, and then the capabilities. It has a WordPress capabilities, and then the value, which is this one, meta_key, is we wanted this user to have a administrator value. If it's like a customer, there's also a different value for that. You can Google it in WordPress, what is the corresponding value, but for the admin, this is the value. And then the VP user level is number 10. So we're basically just filling this column in here. So if we go into the, let's go back to the user now, and then just go into the meta. If I add new tables, there's only auto increment, we don't need to put that. These are like the, the value that you can, you need to fill in, which correspond this value. So we're targeting the VP capabilities, and then the VP user level. If you want to understand more about this, you can just Google it. And then this is the documentation. Just go in. I would suggest you to go straightly to the WordPress documentation, or just literally just chat GPT it. So there are different types of roles. There's super admin, administrator, editor, and the list. And then you can also have this capabilities also is corresponding to here. So I would suggest for you to take a look at that if you want to learn more about this values, or these values in WordPress. Basically, this one in here are just more like the WordPress environment, so the ecosystem of WordPress that you need to familiarize. You don't really need to know everything. You can just Google it. Let's say if I want to have administrator access, then what would be the corresponding code in the WordPress documentation. Okay, so I'm going to execute that. Okay, and once it's executed, there says here that there's one row is added, and then if I go into the user, go into the select, there's already two, my user is already added. Now if I'm gonna log out that, and then I'll log in again using that value, I should able to log in to the WordPress here. So yeah, I would really suggest, if you want to understand more about inserting data into your WordPress tables, I suggest to take a look at the inserting data syntax in SQL. Again, the WordPress is using SQL. So yeah, hope that helps. And if you need any sort of help related to WordPress, custom plugins and stuff, feel free to message me using the link description below. Thank you and have a great day.